Today I'm going to be making you better at FC24, and do you know what's crazy? I've just been thinking about how the people that subscribe and watch these videos for the next 6 months are going to be the greatest community of FC24 players in the world 6 months down the line. Just something to think about. Let's hit 200 likes on the video, let's get into it. If you want the cheapest FC24 coins to get ahead of the competition, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 5% off. Okay, so just for context, this is the team we're going to be using. If you are new to these videos, what we do is I take you inside my mind as an ex-professional FIFA player, still playing the game at a very high level. I explain my thought process, everything I do, and you guys can ask questions down below. Do not forget to sub. Let's get into the video. Win, lose or draw, I will always show you guys these games as well. There's always something to learn. We've had ones where things don't go well at the start, like yesterday's video. That one was insane, so I recommend checking that out. Showed a different variety of, you know, how to get back into a game and just how things aren't always going to go your way in FIFA. That is just the way it is. So this guy has a pretty decent team. Couple of weak points, but nothing really that we can look to exploit too much. We're going to go into a 4-3-2-1 and let's get into it. So as always, we're letting our players settle and get into position from the kickoff. I'm sure you guys are the same. You're changing formation from minute 1. Last thing you want to do is, you know, go flying forward whilst your team are out of position and end up giving something silly away. So you can see that we've used the switch of the play here just to let our team get in shape, and now we're going to go for it. So we're going to attack out wide as you do in a 4-3-2-1. You exploit those fullbacks, of course, triggering players on runs with L1. You can see here my team are getting moving nice and early, driven past the Thankyou Hernandez, L1 sprint boost, and now we're looking for that cutback scenario. Bit of R1 dribbling and we get unlucky, but we do win the corner, and these are always an opportunity to score, so we'll take it short. Bit of R1 dribbling, we sort of messed up. It was an L1 dribble, by the way, not an R1. We got to double him up here with the second man press. He's gone for the switch. Normally when somebody's resetting the play like that from fullback to fullback, you know that you're in for quite a sweaty game. So that's just something to keep in mind. Offside trapping, just to get our line that extra little bit higher. We're doubling up again with a manual and second man press. He has played through it very, very well, though, to be fair to him. Here we just got to keep our composure, step in there and do win the ball back. Now I'm sending Salah on a run. We're going to play a lot just to bring him short, buy ourselves a little bit of time, and now we're going to reset the play. I know it's frustrating to see these constant fullback to fullback switches, but it's such a big part of FC24 at a high level, and it's just something that you're not going to be able to escape from. You know, if you want to seriously compete at this game and get wins at a top level, it's just part and parcel of it. So we're going to switch it across once again. Our opponent just did an offside trap. We didn't get good acceleration there with Thankyou Hernandez, which is unfortunate. But we have won the ball back, and we're now in a dangerous position. We go for the step overs in R1. It doesn't quite work, but we'll look for that cutback again. Driven pass, and it is a great save. We do win the ball back. Little croqueta, and we get unfortunate there. It deflects back off Salah for a goal kick. But you know, we're creating here. We're doing all right. Nothing too bad going on. Got a double up again here. Second man press and a manual press. And we do win the ball back. A little bit forced from me there. I've got to be careful not to give the ball away so simply. We win the ball back again with the second man press. You're going to see that a lot. It's such a useful tool. We'll fake the player lock again just to give us a few extra seconds, and then we will switch the ball across. We look for Beckham in the middle, go back to our fullback, and we're trying to work these attacks down the line. That is what is really effective in this game. So we go for an L1 sprint boost again. We play Militao back in. We're going to try and give the ball back to Salah because he's just so much more efficient in the attack than Militao is. Just taking our time, you know, trying to find any little gap possible. And it is tough, you know, against a high level opponent. We've got a Trivela opportunity. I should be green in that, really. That's on me. That's my bad. We've got to be careful of the counter-attack here. He's going to play that ball in behind. Second man press and manual press in to mark the run. He plays a nice through ball in, to be fair to him, and it's a nice backstick cross. Good goal from our opponent. Very nice goal. It's difficult, you know, when your opponent gets on a little counter-attack like that, puts a back post cross in, and especially when he's looking for that extra pass, you know, there's only so much we can do. That's the one thing with FC24. you're going to concede goals. It's not like other years where if you were a really good defender at the highest level, you could just shut people out. It's just not like that anymore. It's too easy to score cheap goals. So, you know, you've got to expect these things. But we give the ball out to Modric. We're looking for Salah, of course. Bit of R1 dribbling. Go for the cutback. Very, very unlucky. Well played out from our opponent as well under pressure. He's going to try and find that ball in behind. So we are marking the run again. And it's there for him once more. Got to be careful because he's going to go for that same back stick pass. We do mark it very well. Give the ball away very stupidly there in the end. There, we get away with one. He runs it out of play, thankfully. But we're in a really tough game here, so it's another good learning experience. Yesterday's video was similar, and, you know, we found ourselves in a little bit of hot water. So it seems like this is going to be more of the same. We'll switch it across to our fullback again. We're calling Salah short with R1, sending him back on a run with L1, and now we're switching again. And the reason you have to keep switching the ball is because there's no real options to go forward at times. So you have to take that into account. Good R1 dribbling from Ousmane Dembele. It didn't let me pull the trigger, man. That's so frustrating. It's really good R1 dribbling as well. But you've got to keep your head in these situations. We mark the run in behind. We've got to be careful of Kaká there. Nice little bit of play. We get the ball to Ney. Oh, so unlucky. If Puskas gets through there, we're in a really dangerous situation. Right, we've got to mark that through ball in behind again. You can see he's going to try and go to Son there. Good second man press from Virgil. And we do get the ball out wide to Salah in the danger area. We're going to play that ball all the way up to Puskas. There we go. We get a little lucky. It happens in FIFA, man. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. He's going for the kickoff glitch. We've got to mark that. I tried to press the ball. It didn't work, and he actually ended up getting in there, but I noticed it from very early. If you're playing a high-level opponent, you've got to watch out for that stuff. You know, cheap goals are absolutely everywhere. They plague FC 24, so we've got to be aware. We've got a bit of space here. I'm going to fake a player lock again just to give us a bit more time, and then we play the ball over to Modric, whip a back post cross in towards Théo Hernandez. Brings it down so bad there and ends up costing our attack. But, you know, it is what it is. And that is half time. So I think that was a pretty good high-level half of FIFA for you guys. Any questions, do drop them below now as we are at half time. But we're going to jump into the second half. And I'm going to play more of the same. Because I don't feel like our opponent actually... I mean, he had chances, but we had chances as well. And I feel like if the same half plays out, we can definitely go and take that win. So that is what we're going to try and go for here. Just got to be careful from the throw-in. We're going to offside trap to get that line a little bit high again, as we like to do. Just give our opponent a bit less time on the ball. He's played his way out of the press really well and actually got lucky with one of the bounces. But we do win the ball back, and now we are on the counter-attack. I'm sending players forward with L1, just buying our time a little bit, and now we will switch the play with Van Dijk. So we're going to play a lock again, just to get him thinking. Buy ourselves a little bit of extra time. If you're ever under pressure, just activating a player lock gives you more time. You know, your opponent has to respect the possible pass, and it's just a good sort of get out of jail free card. R1 dribbling with Salah there. It is beautiful stuff. We go for the cutback and we get so unlucky. It was a really, really good little move as well. But we will recycle the ball here. Good R1 dribbling with Ousmane. Little chipped through ball to Théo Hernandez. And we're looking for that cutback position once more. R1 dribbling with Puskas. We cut it back. And this opponent really is surviving by the skin of his teeth right now. We're playing some really good stuff, getting it into these wide cutback positions. I have seen some comments, you know, about how frequent these cutbacks are. It's just what you're going to see at a high level, man. It's like I say, if you want to win, you have to do what the game forces you to do, and that is how you create chances at a high level. There's no other way of doing it. So we're going to press here, second man, and also manual again. Got to be careful for these inside options. He's going to try and cut the ball back inside. Read that from a mile off. And then we step in and make the tackle with Van Dijk. Get the ball with Neymar. And we are able to sort of just wiggle and create something here. Really nice through ball. One more little pass over the top. We're going to whip it back post. and that is a great save from his goalkeeper. Frustrating, man. You're going to get these games in Champs where it just feels like the ball's not going in, and as I say that, we get gifted a goal. Absolutely gifted a goal. So at this point now, we've got to watch this kickoff again. This should be fine for us. We should be able to step in and win that, yeah. But he's always going for that kickoff, so we've got to be super ready for it. We're moving the goalkeeper just slightly to the right here to cover the centre of the goal look. I'll end up conceding some crazy free kick. You know, it just always seems to happen to me. We'll see what he does from here. Just moving the goalkeeper little amounts just to not give him any easy option. And then that is a good save from Alisson. We're just going to take our time now. We're not getting pressured and we need our team to get back into shape after that set piece. So we'll switch the ball down to Theo Hernandez, recycle the ball back into the middle, and then see what options we've got here. So we do have our fullback out wide. I'm using the mini-map in them areas just so I can see the whole of the pitch, see who's free and all that sort of stuff. Got to watch this through ball in behind. He's almost certainly going to try and play it in. He is. There we go. We step across. Little precision pass out to the fullback. I'm sending Salah down the line and now actually calling him short. And that was risky. That was risky. We've got to be careful there. Second man press again. Just trying not to give any easy option up. We'll offside trap just so he doesn't have any easy pass in there as well. Keeping the line nice and high. He might actually be onside there. Really good play from our opponent, but we do step in and win the ball back. And we're just taking our time again. As you can see, we're not rushing the ball when we win it back. Just take our time. The priority is always to keep the ball when we're under pressure, you know, in and around our own box. So we get the ball with Salah, spray the ball out to the fullback again, little ball roll inside and cut the ball back into the middle. A Trivela pass with Modric out to Theo Hernandez, and now we're going to use the R1 dribbling, try and find a cutback situation. So we get the ball with Neymar. We'll take our time here. Little ball roll scoop, and I'm just trying to make sure that I do everything I can to keep it. Really good pressure. Good pressure from our opponent as well. Second man pressing again, marking these balls in behind, and as you can see, we do sniff out the danger again. Sending Salah on a run, and that is shocking. That is why Militao isn't it at fullback, guys, honestly. But anyway, we've got to stay switched on. We're covering the runs in behind. We should win that header. Just trying to make sure we keep the ball, don't give anything silly away here. Little ball roll inside. The opponent is now using constant press, which is making it super difficult for us to keep the ball. Goalkeeper movement there, and that has absolutely bailed us out. I think without that, we almost certainly concede there. Second man pressing the guy from the corner. I'm actually moving the keeper towards the back post now as well. The opponent is putting all sorts of pressure on us. It is a onslaught right now. We've got to be super careful. I'm trying to tell my team to get up the pitch using the offside traps. Good step in there from Van Dijk. Little chipped through ball out, and we need to buy some time here. We need to keep the ball. We're under a lot of pressure. So the priority right now is to keep the ball. We'll fizz it into Modric, straight back to the fullback, back to Modric, and then look for a cross-field pass. We'll head it back to our centre-back, back into the fullback, and now we're going to try and hit his corner flag and waste some time. So a little ball roll, R1 dribbling. Get unlucky to not win the throw in there. We'll offside trap again just to try and squeeze and suffocate him in, even though we're trying to see out the game. Just trying to now not give him any progressive options going forward. Second man pressing again, stepping forward, and we do step in and win the ball. Little 1-2 between our centre mid and our winger. And from this position now, we do not want him to touch the ball again for the whole game. That is how you've got to play this at a high level. We do not want him to get another single touch of the ball. So we're going to use every tool available to us in order to not let that happen. Ball rolls, step overs, R1 dribbling. We've got to be smart here. We'll go all the way back to the goalkeeper. I'm looking at the clock. I've got enough time to actually run this to the corner flag and then see out the game. So we run it out of play and we take the win. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Subscribe, questions down below. Leave a like if you appreciated the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.